Fair Use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. December 5th. A new state of consciousness. He has been granted a gift which amounts to a new state of consciousness and being. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 107. Many of us in AA puzzle over what is a spiritual awakening. I tended to look for a miracle, something dramatic and earth-shattering. But what usually happens is that a sense of well-being, a feeling of peace, transforms us into a new level of awareness. That's what happened to me. My insanity and inner turmoil disappeared, and I entered into a new dimension of hope, love, and peace. I think the degree to which I continue to experience this new dimension is in direct proportion to the sincerity, depth, and devotion with which I practice the 12 steps of AA. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, December 5th. I was sure there had to be somebody in this world who would understand my every mood, always have time for me, and bring a smile to my face. When that individual appeared, I'd finally have the love I deserved. Until then, I had no choice but to wait. Poor me, what a sad and lonely life I had. Then someone at an Al-Anon meeting used the word gratitude, and suddenly this whole scenario began to crumble. When I thought about how much I had to be grateful for, my fantasy showed itself to be no more than a shadow. Reality presented a different picture entirely. There were my friends, the child who comes to me with so much trust, the coworker who reaches out in friendship, the beloved alcoholic in my life, the Al-Anon members who hug me, talk with me, and encourage me. What was I doing with their love? It seemed to me I was brushing it aside for that one imaginary person, or worse, not noticing it at all. Today's reminder: if I can't recognize the love that already exists in my life, would I really appreciate receiving more? Let me acknowledge what has already been given to me. There is a quote from Meister Eckhart, and it reads, "If the only prayer you said in your whole life was thank you, that would suffice." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, December 5th. Those who want to recover. We have seen the program work for any addict who honestly and sincerely wants to stop using drugs. Basic text, page 10. How do we know when someone honestly and sincerely wants to stop using drugs? The truth is that we don't know, because we cannot read minds or know another's motives and desires. We simply have to hope for the best. We may talk to a newcomer at a meeting and think we'll never see them again, only to find them several years later doing well in their recovery. We may be tempted to give up on someone who keeps relapsing or doesn't get clean right away, but we must not. No matter how unwilling someone may seem, a simple fact remains: the addict is at a meeting. We may never know the results of our 12-step work, It is not up to us to gauge the willingness of a newcomer. The message we carry is part of us. We carry it everywhere and share it freely, leaving the results to a power greater than ourselves. Just for today, I will share my recovery with any addict, anywhere, anytime, and under any circumstances. I will leave the results to my higher power. Today, Emotions Anonymous, December 5th. Reflection for today. In working my fourth step, I found one emotion constantly appearing: fear. Fear denied me the chance of enjoying my present surroundings and relationships. Fear led me to believe that upsetting experiences from my past would occur, so I had to try and control the future. Fear limited my thoughts and actions like a chain attached to my body, dragging me down with its weight. Fear, in effect, stood boldly between me and my goal of serenity and peace of mind. I am learning to replace fear as the controlling force of my life with faith in a loving higher power. Meditation for today. May I let go of behavior and habits which I have clung to in order to handle fearful situations. Today I will remember, faith is action. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics' dysfunctional families. December 5th. Crosstalk. The word crosstalk means interrupting, referring to, or commenting on someone else's remarks made during the meeting. Each person may share his or her feelings and perceptions without judgment from others. BRB, page 341. Some of us have a hard time with the no crosstalk rule in ACA. We may believe others really need to hear our valuable opinions and insight. This can cause us to violate another's boundaries, and it may get in the way of others discovering their truth in their own time. It has been found that when a nervous racehorse is left alone, it simply gets more nervous. But when a goat is in the stable, the racehorse calms down. The goat naturally doesn't tell the racehorse, "Calm down, you're being silly." It is the goat's presence that makes the difference to the horse. Presence can say what words cannot. When we're tempted to give unsolicited advice or opinions, remembering this analogy of the horse and the goat may be helpful. We can do the most good for ourselves and others by just speaking our own truth and talking about our own feelings. By doing so, we can serve a living proof that this program can be trusted, that we can all get well in our own time. It is not our job to fix or parent each other. We learn to do that on our own when we are allowed to do so. The affirmation reads, "On this day I recognize that I don't have all the answers. Focusing on myself and being there for others instead of trying to fix them is the best path for all involved." Please like, share, subscribe, and remember that you are not alone.